do this a lot. When there's something I have something positive or something happens in my life, you ask me questions about it.
Well, wouldn't you ask
What's
questions about
normal?
positive shit? Yeah.
Right. That sounds very normal to me. So I'm confused.
Sounds normal until people start pulling string.
Yeah,
Like
you. Yeah.
Until what?
Like it sounds normal until people start pulling strings. Like, well, you only ask about all the successes that I have because why? Like is there some ulterior motive to why you're asking me about the good things? It seems like you're trying to set somebody up for a fall, or it seems like you're trying to pull strings to make it seem like this isn't as much of an accomplishment as it is. I'm not saying that's what you were doing. I'm just saying that's how people can take it.
Well,
Because
why would somebody have that line of thought just in general? Like, I don't understand why. This is really the point. I don't understand why somebody or anybody could just have such a negative line of thought all the time. I don't understand why you could talk about somebody's wife, how somebody asking a question offends you. I get more offended when people assume than ask questions. If you want to know something,
unhappy, like when you're genuinely unhappy, you're going to ask things that most people are not going to ask. You're going to try to pull things apart because you're trying to find that piece of happiness that person got for themselves. So you're going to try to pluck apart their entire story to try to find out how come they got so happy from this one accomplishment. Why haven't the accomplishments that you've been making in your own personal life make you as happy as this person who you see on the internet? So it's a jealousy thing. Like, I mean,
who's jealous though? Why would I?
Because why aren't you as happy as this person that you see on the internet with your with their accomplishments? Like, I'm not sure.
That was my thing. I just didn't understand why there was anger from her side at all.
It was a hostile response, and I'm like, huh? I didn't get mad about it, but like, all right, let me just kind of like move around you because I don't understand why you gave such a hostile response. I don't understand a lot of hostile responses I see on a day-to-day basis in the internet. And to be honest, I really only see them in the Black community. And they're like, even now, like Fahim, you may not see it, but Jarvis, Lex, you've seen it. People are doing the crate game. Like, so what they're doing are stacking crates. They're stacking crates into like a pyramid. And people are betting to see if they could get across it without falling off. It's fun. People are in the house. They're shutting things back down. So they're just having fun. It's better than what they could be doing at a time like this. So they're placing bets on it to see who can get across it and whatnot. I'll send you a couple videos. It's the most minute, simplistic game, but it's funny to watch. And people are like really like busting their ass. Like it's funny, like because they're like, oh, like he's gonna make it. Then he like busts his ass.
People are damn near dying.
Yeah.
Don't Lord, the way these people fall off these crates. Like,
yeah, I don't even understand how they're falling because a lot of them, I don't know their weight. Like my weight, I probably couldn't make it across. But Fahim, at your weight, you could make it across, basically, because it's really more like a balancing thing. And they're 4 square crates, so I don't even understand why they're wobbling the way they are.
They have them on grass.
Yeah.
But even the ones on concrete, people aren't making them across.
Well, honestly, when you get to 5 or 6 crates high, if you put the wrong type of pressure on it, it's gonna shake. You're gonna fall. Honestly, that comes from a lifestyle of balance. Like if you see a gymnast do that shit, it'll be quick, easy, and done. Did you see the one with the dude rolling the blunt?
Yeah, he was rolling the blunt and he just walked across it.
Balance.
You gotta have core
balance, confidence.
But now kids, I've seen 2 videos so far, and just even before we got on here, where people are literally kicking and pushing the crates down so people fall.
I saw that. That was wild.
Because people are mean.
You saw the one where the kid kicked it, or you saw the one where the kid pushed it and the girl?
I saw the one where the kid kicked it.
Yeah, like I'm talking about like a Spartan kick. This is Sparta, kick the dude down the hole type of kick. And I'm like, why you took something that was so simple and now there's gonna be a whole thing behind it. And we already know twice. One was to a girl, the other one was to this older man. Now, if this older man got up and snuffed this dude, then what? This little kid, then what? Because he kicked it. Like, he kicked it with the intention of this dude falling.
I mean, like, that's about surrounding yourselves with, like-minded people. Like, if you have people who are going to nitpick all of your accomplishments, that means you might have to get rid of them. If you got some little kid who's going to kick down the crates as you trying to walk over them, you need to get rid of that kid. Like, certain people's energy, you just got to get rid of because they promote, like, they just promote fun and happiness.
I just don't understand where the negative energy is coming from.
Dude, you're not gonna sit here and act like we didn't play open chess, the circle game, Indian burns, and all that in middle school. Like, we did roughly the same thing. This is how dudes express their dominance when they were younger kids, bro. People have been doing this since the beginning of time, bro. It's just to test their limits and to see how far they can go before there's a repercussion. And that's for the kids' perspective.
It's different. It's different.
How's it different, bro?
Because we knew what that game was. The crate game is literally walk across the damn crates. That's all the game is to the game.
Yeah.
Walk across it.
Yeah. But you ain't never seen a swirly or wedgie, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, come on.
Another level of danger.
One, you already know the crates is dangerous. You gonna kick it? Who the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
We did WWE style wrestling when I was a kid, bro, and that shit was dangerous.
But we did
not know niggas could get paralyzed if they get powered.
We didn't know that, but we knew what was coming with it.
And we
knew what was coming with it. We knew what came with a rock bottom. We knew what came with a stunner. Like, we knew some pain would come with it. When you're walking across the streets,
I can't get behind that completely because, like, when I was little, we used to do those WWE moves off the top of, like, the jungle gym onto the trampoline that we could have definitely killed somebody.
Thanks.
We could have.
But we knew what came with that. Even walking
we
across
was on the trampolines though.
But even walking across the streets,
the higher you got, the better your swan dive was going to be.
Exactly.
That was the only equation in my 12 to 10 year old mind, 10 to 12 year old mind.
Critical
hit. I got higher. So what that meant was we pulled the trampoline to the tree next time. So what did we do out of the tree? Swan dives. Somebody had to lay there at the bottom and get swan dove. Like, you jump out of it and you do that. You do that.
That is different. If we would play the crate game as kids, we would play the crate game as kids.
I would do the same thing. I would be out there kicking. To win?
Right?
No, you're not racing anybody.
I'll do whatever it takes, bro.
You're not racing anybody.
You're building the crates up to see who can go the highest, though, right?
No.
In this game,
stupid. You can get across.
All right, let me. I'm gonna send you a video.
Somebody get across that top one. Okay, so you sitting here right now and you telling me if you fell from that top crate and somebody went across that top crate and was coming down on the other end, you ain't thinking about kicking that crate from under them so they don't make it?
Roundhouse kicking that crate. What you talking about?
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking.
Yes, it is, because that's exactly what that little kid was thinking. He saw that man go up and he made it further than that little kid. So that little kid was like, I bet. And he took his little kid's Spartan kick.
No,
and he ended that man.
Nah,
let me see you do it. No legs. Son. That's what he was thinking, bro.
Nah, son. Because one, I'd have fucked that kid up.
Facts. Exactly.
Two. That's a badass kid. Okay, where is your dad? Because I'm gonna beat you and his ass.
Whoa.
So
single mom, bro.
Act like you got some sense. I wish my kid would. I'd fuck my own kid up.
No, exactly, because you're a father. But if you got single,
I sent you the video. All
right, man. Let me see going on. Let me see what's good. Is this man talking about?
I still believe that little kid saw that man get up on that crate higher than him, and he got mad.
Oh shit!
Yeah, people are just walking across them. People are just there's nobody else. You're just walking across them and placing bets. So now think of somebody at the top of that and somebody kicking or pushing it. What's your purpose? This is a kid. You ain't in no bets.
But why are they doing this, bro? This shit is stupid.
Because he got high.
They're bored. It's a hood game. Like, why did we play WWE? Why did we play open chess? Why would we play Give me neck? Why you know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about? I was the next WWE champion.
Facts. I used to get 2 soda cans, boy.
It was
That's what I'm saying.
WWF.
Like,
That was coming out, but yeah.
I knew I was gonna be a daredevil like Jeff Hardy. I'm not knocking.
Stone Cold, bro.
But what's the purpose of them kicking those crates over? I'm just saying, what's the purpose? People just have this hate.
Because you're a badass. Have you never been around just a bunch of badass kids?
Yeah.
A bunch of badass kids just gonna do stuff because they can.
Yep.
Not because there's no thought process. Not because you could. As a former badass kid who used to get put outside, we just do. You just do. Why y'all over there? Why y'all in that field? We told y'all not to go in the field. Nobody was watching us.
Why'd you jump the fence to go to the creek?
Yep.
We told you not to go to the creek. One time we came back over the fence.
What y'all are getting at is
kids are always bad, bro.
No, what y'all are getting at to segue back into the original conversation? Women are just immature.
What? How are you making this?
Hey, I am not going to label women in here because I'm scared of feminists. So we can say that based on the actions of the women we've been talking about, that some of them are mean to others. I will not label women in here.
He took that same course I took, bro. I know he took the same course I took because that was module 2. I remember it, bro. Module 2. I remember that shit.
I'll say some women are immature because that's what we're talking about. All right, now you asked how I segued into this. You said children who just doing it because somebody else is doing it better than them. They're just being bad at this or that, and then because there's no repercussions for their actions.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what we're saying is they made these comments about his wife because there was no repercussions for their action. They're hateful, they're jealous, they're immature.
Sure.
Those women are.
Those women are. Not all women. I apologize for that. Not all women.
The whole general population of women.
Yeah. You got to put women
not all,
with the
I apologize. I did say all women. I was not saying all women are immature, but those women that we're particularly discussing
are getting real soft right now, bro. Y'all are being real soft right now.
Is that why you had to take 4 modules?
Man, fuck it, bro. Yes.
Well, I'll just stay soft because I'm not gonna generalize everybody when we're just talking about a couple thousand.
Okay, bro. I feel you, dog. How the generalization? If it doesn't pertain to you, why would somebody get offended?
Because it pertains to you.
Exactly.
But what does wife's hair have to do with anybody else?
I'm just saying, if somebody called you a coon and you know you're not a coon, why would you be offended by that word, bro?
Well, hold on. Now that's kind of different.
It's like I put it like this. Like
I know I'm one.
I'll put it like this. There have been black people that call me nigga, and it sounds more disrespectful than I've ever heard it from a white person.
Yeah,
like they say it meant it to be derogatory.
Exactly.
Wait, you use the hard R on me all the time.
No, they use nigga, but it was like the way they said it, and it made me want to punch them in their mouth. So we can't.
Because it's the connotation, it's that tone, it's the way you.
All right, so.
All right, let's get back on topic though.
We can get back on the topic, but I'm gonna say something else. That may be off topic.
Go ahead, bro.
There's people like to label me as gay because I say things like, "There's nothing a man and a woman can do that's homosexual," because it's not. What? There's nothing that a man and a woman can do that makes it a gay act.
I mean, it's not. If a man is doing it to a woman or a woman is doing it to a man, then that's not homosexual.
Straight. It's not. It can't be.
I can't follow you 100% on that one, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And that's fine. That's fine.
Follow you halfway there, bro.
Hey, I'm not even comfortable with all of those acts. So I get it, but I can't label it because words have power. I can't label it as something else. Let's look at it like this. When we were 10, well, all right, well, I'm 30, late 30s. When we were 10, going down on women was looked at as gross.
I'm not gonna
Men would be like, I don't do that.
I was doing it since high school.
Right, but when we were 10, early 90s, late 80s, men were like, "Oh, that's gross." No, I don't do
there's
that.
still some men who grew up in the 90s who still look at it as gross. Like,
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Now we've evolved to eating booty like groceries makes it to the radio. Okay, that's where we are.
Okay.
That's where we've evolved to. This next generation, I don't know where they're going, how they're getting there, but it's going to be way more liberal than whatever it is we're okay with.
Yeah, because they got pegging as one of the top categories on some of these sites, bro. This shit's ridiculous. Is that? That's
also something I'm not comfortable with.
All right, I'm just making sure, bro. If that's what you do, bro,
that's fine. Hey, if that's what you're into,
all right,
cool.
Back to the name.
I'm not gonna label it.
See how like he's about to troll you. Like he's about to troll.
I feel like everybody was thinking, but he was the only one that said it. Like everybody knew what we were talking about.
No, the second you said that shit, bro.
He's about to troll. Like just go back to. So back to the regular topic, or the topic that was at hand. All in all, what we're getting is that there are people who just pretty much have the mindset of children still.
Pretty much, and I think that's what it boils down to. Like they never got out of their childish mindset, and then they got access to the full blown internet.
I think the internet has. I'll say that, and we can talk about that a different day. I think the internet has allowed people to not grow up. I think I remember seeing it like on Black Conversation. I think the internet for a lot of people has stunted their growth mentally.
Yeah, you don't need to be good socially anymore. Back when we were growing up, the only way you could even talk to a girl in high school is if you got her number and called her. I don't even remember texting until I was damn near 16. And you have people growing up in an environment.
18.
Yeah, but you have people growing up in an environment where they're learning the vast majority of their social interactions through things like video games and social media. Those aren't real interactions, right? Those are things that really wouldn't work in the real world. And then you start getting people to continue that same type of interaction in the real world, and that's where you're coming up with the problems. So I think it's just going to get continuously worse. I actually saw a recent study where they were showing that the rate of depression has been on a steady incline since the more or less birth of social media around 2009, 2010.
Oh yeah, I'm doing my thesis on that.
Yeah, I was reading through that. And so I think that they are intertwined in the sense that as we get more connected, we become more disconnected in reality. I think that's truly what's happening.
You know what's crazy? My son's 17. He's had his phone number since second grade. He'll probably have that same number for the rest of his life. That's the technology age that we're at.
It just blew my mind. It's like I couldn't even. I was begging for a Game Boy at that age, and it's just wild. Like
wild. He plays online all the time, and he shares some videos with me of stuff he sees. And he said there's this speed run of people saying the N-word in Call of Duty lobbies.
Yep.
And he said like the record's like 0.56 seconds.
Why would it be a record?
Because that's what gaming culture has boiled down to now.
Raheem and I played Call of Duty, and I've never heard somebody use the word nigga.
Oh nah. I heard it all the time. My username was African Pro. People used to.
Wow.
They used to throw that every time I killed them. Every time.
I know.
You spear chucking cool ass. I heard it every time.
They was destroying you.
Yeah. Wow. No, I was 10th prestige in Call of Duty.
No, I'm talking about like when you were using that name.
Oh yeah.
I know. I play Call of Duty with you. I know the ignorance you do. Like it's even hard to play with you because there's nothing tactical about what you do. But regardless.
But I get kills though, bro.
I mean, I think about it in a war mindset, not I'm playing a video game.
It's a video. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's beside the point.
My point was that people are bold online. Like if there was a world record for how long you can go in your life before someone not black called you the N-word, like it's never happened to me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it.
Never. I'm also 6'4" at 230. So like
same.
You want to risk your life? That's fine. Go ahead. But other people they test. So, I mean, people real bold online.
Yeah,
Real bold.
I've had that conversation with my wife about stuff like people touching hair and all that. I'm like, that's not gonna happen to me. That'll happen to you as a woman because they'll figure you're more docile and feeble, or even me with a small child. Like I have a kid, they're not gonna. There's a lot of things that'll happen to you that's not going to happen to me.
Oh, her say he bring his wife, man.
Simply because I'm 6'4" and 230 pounds. But I mean, I think we got what we got out of this all today. Appreciate y'all guys coming. Like and subscribe to the channel. Link down below to all our social media. And this is Word of Mouth. Peace.
Thank you for your support. We appreciate you tuning in weekly for our daily updates, talking relationship goals, etc., etc. Y'all know the deal. Continue to look in and like, subscribe. Make sure to tell us what you want to see in the next videos or things we should talk about. But now available on our website, Top Dog Get Fought For t-shirts. Just click on the Word of Mouth link in our description. Click on Shop, scroll down to Apparel, then click on Learn More. This is where you can find all our work.